Hey YouTube, it's Farmall 51 here. As usual, a mess. But we are sitting on all fours finally in probably about 2 years. Well, maybe a little less than 2 years, but anyway, we're on all fours. The hood is on. The last coat went on. Paint turned out pretty good. Getting better each time I paint. Had some runs in the fenders there, and we sanded all that, re-sanded, wet sanded the hood, and I'm gonna go through and clay bar it here in another couple days. Once it fully cures, I may pull it out there in the sun and let it tighten up a little bit before I go doing that. But so I know I've probably explained before, but this cub here is going to be an example of a bare bones cub, your $545 option. And I'm supposed to be getting a little sign made, and I'll probably see if I can put a picture of that maybe in there. I'm doing this on my phone, but last video, the Winterville parade, that was the first time I've really sat down and spent time on the new software, editing software. So I hope you like that. I hope it turned out well. It's frustrating having to sit down there and go through that, and people just don't know what goes into editing these videos, especially if they criticize or something like that. You know, there's a lot of time spent sitting there staring at a screen, cutting, pasting, and all that. So, but anyway, other than that, back to the cub. I got my grill sitting over out of the way so it don't get. I'm gonna put it on. I got to pull the tape off the radiator. Let's see, but yeah, this is your bare bones 545 option. They did come with a muffler from the factory. That was an option, so I mean not option, but that was standard on there. And I have the hand lift too, because this here has no hydraulics. As you can see, there's no pump and no touch control box, so reservoir, whatever you want to call it. So this here would have been, this, like I said, this is a good example of a early cub. Your base model, what you would have started out with. It has the 8.3 tires on it, I believe. And there's something about the spacing in between the hub, I believe, but these have the narrow rims on it. So these are early rim that would be on this cub. So I'm just happy the way they turned out. They're a little narrow tire, real small looking, but they're not quite like the 6s or the 7s that they would have had on them originally, but this is the smallest you can get in the price range. I imagine you probably could find somebody that made something, but Lord knows what that would cost. But no PTO, no battery. Let's see, of course you can see your touch control rod here, or your lever is missing. Also, this cub here is a non-electronic cub, so no amp gauge, no fuse. Fuse would have been down there. No fuse, or the kill switch. I got the kill switch, I hadn't put it on yet, so nothing on the instrument cluster. I was real happy with the way the fenders turned out. So I know you can't see anything in here, but a lot of work went into this floor pan. It's kind of rough, but it was really pitted right in here. But I wanted to save this. Pretty much everything on this tractor is original to the tractor. The engine, however, not. You know, the engine was, of course, you know the story of that. The engine was gotten later on. I had to find a 47 block to go in it, so it's matching 47 hubs. They're all May. Everything is in the May time range for 1947, so everything is matching on here. Let's see what else. If you'll notice, there's a Magneto on here. This is painted like the Magnetas would have been painted. I've got a new cap that's going to go on here. The cap would have not been painted, and the distributor cap would not have been painted. but the body of the Magneto would have been. So you can see there's no generator in there either. I've got the serial plate masked off because that's the original serial plate to the tractor. So, and you can see there's no starter. Correct original block off plate for that. So this will be a hand start only tractor, which should be make it interesting. I've got my seat coming, or I got my seat at the house, trying to keep it from getting any damage or anything, but it's a black covered seat, fabric covered seat. These tractors, when they come out, they had a black seat on them, as well as the Farmall C over there. So that was I'm trying to think when that, I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look in the archives when they changed to the silver, but they are not the, as you can see on the Super C over there, they did not put a red and white seat on those tractors. That's just something that your local ag parts, reproduction parts company makes. So those are not what they would have had on them. So, but these are just here run-of-the-mill regular tire. There are no Firestones or Goodyears or anything. Usually International put Goodyear Firestones on the back and Goodyears on the front. So, but I don't have $1,700 or $1,400 to put in tires. So, on a tractor that's going to be a show tractor and not really make me any money in return, so it's kind of hard to. It's bad enough having to pay all the money we've spent in getting this thing restored, much less putting that kind of money in tires that will dry rot in 5 to 10 years. So I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions, I've become quite knowledgeable on the 47 tractors here, the 47 year model Cub here. One thing I wish I could have found was a standard straight axle. This has the adjustable axle, so but that would have been a cool option to have, just have plain straight axle on it. Can't think of anything else. Like I said, oh, of course, no headlights. I'm gonna get a plug and put in here, a little flat plug and put in here. But since there's no generator, no battery, there's no use in having any lights. That was a extra option. I forgot what light package was, like $25 or $35 for the light package and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting to see. Under the seat there, you just have the single toolbox, and that's it. But this is painted with the Case IH 2150 red. That's what I use. So if you want to know what to paint it with, you should be using the IH50 red, but the only problem when you can get the 50 red made, but you won't have a problem getting touch-up cans and things like that. So you can get an aerosol, or not aerosol, but a something to put in an air hose to hit it with, or you could do that. But this here is pretty readily available, and this probably getting it mixed at Napa would be pretty expensive. So, but I have put the cork in all the holes that are not being used. Even underneath here, all those have been corked. All the holes there have been corked. They had this even on the 47s before they come out with the hydraulics. They had all the holes drilled and tapped. Sometime in late 48, I think it was 48, early 49, they finally come out with had the hydraulic system perfected, or had it finished, developed. And so all the customers were sent a letter to bring the tractor back to be outfitted with hydraulics, because they were all fitted with just a plain hand lift. So if you look on your touch control, if you have an early Cub tractor and you look on your touch control box at the casting code, which would look something like this, it'll have a Q is for 47, and so it'd have a like a 5, 1, and then Q. Yours would have like a what, you know, just a random. The first two numbers would be random, but the second number should be, let's see, R or S, I think. Yeah, S would be 49, R would be 48. So it should have an R or S stamped on that little number. It looks like a tag that's stuck to the tractor, but it's actually casted, the casting code or casting date number. So that's just a regular part number. Also, on the part numbers that are stamped into these tractors, everything on here has an R1 on it. R1 is the first version or of the casting. On the 79140 over here, most of the part numbers that are casted into the block and the torque tube and transmission will have like R8, R7, R8 in them. So that's the eighth revision of that particular part. We'll be pouring the fluids in it here and then starting it, see if it'll start. So I got my plug wires and all I'm gonna put on. Other than that, we're just about ready to go, just about ready to roll it out the door. But I'll do a pretty good video of it running. So I've been keeping it turned over so it don't get stuck. But other than that, that's it. That's where we're at. We are on all four on rubber now. So, but we're getting there. So it's my goal was to make sure I had it done for the North Carolina State Fair in October. But we should have it here the next 2 weeks. We should have it running and ready to go. So if I can just ever get time to do it. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. And got some video I'll be shooting. Might be picking up another cub here soon. So, but all right. Thanks for watching.